Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Happy Tuesday morning. This is Rob the Mad Hatter from the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV, talking to my boy, The Dream. What's up, player? How you feeling out there?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good, dog. I had a great day yesterday. The night went dope. We won a bunch of games yesterday. I had a sweep of the card. Big ups to my man Shy Picks for coming on. He helped us out, and he gave out that Chicago White Sox under 7 yesterday, which I absolutely loved. It went up to 7.5, and hey, we cashed.
Congratulations, man. I looked at that. I figured, the number one offense in baseball kept me off it, but Chris Sale did his thing, kid.
Chris Sale was actually bananas. He was good. Burley wasn't that bad either. It got a little bit, hectic, I think, around the 6th or 7th inning as the White Sox did get 4 runs, which I was, shocked.
I think that was in the bottom of the 8th, bro.
Bottom of the 8th, something like that. Yeah, I was, shocked because I was like, how did the White Sox score all of that?
I know, man.
It looked, I felt comfortable. I mean, I took it, and for me, it was comfortable for most of the ride.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you had I believe it was 2-2 for a minute there.
Yeah,
and then,
that's what I'm saying. It was 2-2 for right until I want to say at least the 6th inning, it was 2-2.
Yeah, man. Well, 7.5 runs, that's always pretty good when you got a 2-2 game going into the 8th inning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Congratulations on that.
Absolutely right. They scraped up 3 runs in the 8th inning, at the bottom of the 8th to the White Sox, and that was your only nervous, but you only had one more inning to get through, which was very nice. We also hit the no-score first inning in that game, and I went a little bit, heavier than usual on the wager. Put everything out on Twitter, hopefully to help some of the folks out. Hopefully a couple of people got on board, but, I ain't going to get too excited because Daddy gave out some losers, and I ain't never shy about my losers. We had a couple of bad weeks in here. There's been a lot of bad plays that I've given out. I mean, always, with the thoughts that these plays would cash, never trying to obviously make a play bad, but there's been some bad plays, and I'm not going to try to shy away that I have been awful, but hopefully last night was the beginning to, repairing a little bit of that.
Yes, man, we got to make a comeback here, brother. Comeback century. So, dude, I'm looking at a couple of things that happened over the night, man. So your boy Money Mayweather, man, got stripped of a WBO welterweight title, man.
Son, black people don't like to pay their bills.
Money Mayweather, man.
Money for 200 G's, didn't pay his sanctioning. You know what? This could be some kind. I wonder if this is some kind of setup for the rematch as well. Now they're going to give the belt to Pacquiao.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Did you think about that? That's a different spin on the whole thing.
Well, it wasn't just that he didn't pay the $200,000. Apparently, I guess you cannot hold belts in multiple weight classes as well. I believe that was another thing that was going on, and he had a decision on which one to give up. And I guess Friday was his decision to make that, so he did not. So, yeah, so he had to, so they stripped him of the title, bro.
Oh, wow, that's bizarre. I thought in the past, boxing in their rules, their makeshift rules, they need to get. I'd love to see the boxing rule book because it's probably as thick as any book ever created because there are no real rules that they really stick by. They just enforce them, I guess, as they go. But I don't remember, you not being able to have multiple belts. I mean, I thought that's what unification of the belts and, I remember back in the day, it seemed like guys always had, multiple belts. So
it's not multiple belts. It's having belts in multiple weight classes.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
That was the key. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's what happened with that. So, hey, whatever, man. It is what it is. But you really think there's going to be a rematch there, huh?
Dude, I mean, look at the money they made.
I know. And everybody was lined up outside the restaurants to watch that, too.
I mean, and even just think about it for a second. Even if they make half of that, they still killed it. And boxing's so dead. There's nothing going on. There's no buzz right now. Dude, they could definitely line up a rematch, and people will go and watch it because I know I will.
Well, they have to. They would have to give it a lot of promotion, though. You know what I'm saying? They did damn well with the last promotion on the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the fight been anticipated. They wanted that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight for the last 5 years. So they really didn't need to do any mind you, you're right. They did promote it well, but it needed no promotion. I mean, it was gonna blow. You know, they'll come back again. You know, like you said, Pacquiao's coming. Oh, I had an injury. Oh, this was wrong. Oh, now they'll be really mad with each other. Oh, it was a gentleman the first time, but this time I'm gonna knock him out. I'm telling you, I ain't playing no more. You know, I can hear that. Dude, trust me, they'll get people to watch. People will watch it anyway, even if they out of nowhere just said right now. They just got up and said, hey, we decided that we want to fight again. We're going to fight again in 3 months from now. People are going to watch it because, you know, you put it on a Saturday night. There's not a whole hell of a lot of things to do. You know, there's boxing is pretty much dead. You know what I'm saying? The names are still big. You know, people are always going to, you know, hope for, well, you know, maybe Manny will come out with something different. They'll change trainers, whatever have you. Son, people will buy it.
Gotcha. So my man Mo Williams returns to the Cavs, man. He signed a 2-year deal coming from the T-Wolves and the Hornets. So we'll see what happens with that. Nice little addition to Kevin Love. And, you know, they're going to have to get Tristan Thompson back and then my boy at the end. So we'll see what the Cavs are making a lot of moves, man.
Cavs are making moves. I don't know if they're going to be the moves to get them any further to where they are. You know, I'm telling you right now, the Spurs getting Aldridge, that's a problem.
Yeah, it is. It is, big time. Get a little future right now, man. Cavs versus Spurs in the finals. What do you think it pays?
Ginobili says he's coming back. That's all set. I mean, they look like they're ready to, you know, they look like they're ready to make some noise. But, hey, you know, it's still not over yet, so we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of things can happen between now and then. The Spurs still do have, you know, a relatively older team. Don't forget, you know, the Grizzlies are making some moves over here again. They got Gasol to re-sign with them.
Yeah.
They definitely need to get, if they could get one more scoring option, that team could be a serious problem. So, hey, you know what? Pick ups for hoops is they're keeping it, you know, at the NFL, I give the NFL the most credit for this. The NFL keeps the buzz going like throughout the whole year, even when they're not playing. And big ups to the NBA for, you know, keeping this buzz kind of kicking with them with their sport as well.
Oh, absolutely, man. Marc Gasol got a 5-year max contract for $110 million.
Dude. The hoop guys are just getting paid.
Yeah, I know.
The NFL guys, they got to be like, listen, if you're an NFL player, you need to be irate right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling up my union guy, and I'm like, yo, you know, we need to have, and the thing that kills me is the NFL went for the deal that they have in place. They're like the strongest sport, okay? But their union's like nothing, dude. I mean, like compared to baseball and basketball, NFL guys are like bottom of the, bottom feeders.
Well, you know, it may be the amount of games that they play. I mean, there's only 16 games in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Versus like baseball, you got 162, and in hoop, you've got all them games. I mean, there's a lot of games being played.
Dude, the money that the NFL generates, though, I mean, the money that NFL generates is still more than baseball and more than basketball. The beating that they take, the off-season regimen.
Yeah,
you know
by all means.
The off-season regimen that the players have to go through, you know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. The guys, honestly, and even with the no guaranteed contracts for the NFL, I mean, it's ridiculous. Listen, trust. If any NFL guy, I'll tell you what, hire me as your union president. You know what? We'll go on strike for 1 year. I'll get you guys the greatest contracts ever, and everybody will be in love with the game.
That would be tough if they ever went on strike. But all right, man. And how about the Florida State quarterback, the freshman? They got rid of him. I
know. And you know what? Bad timing for him, and it may not have been that bad, but you know what? Florida State coming after all that nonsense they dealt with last year.
Oh, with famous Jameis kid?
You know what I'm saying? They ain't even trying to play with the young boy.
Imagine that, man. You're a freshman quarterback, and you go and hit a woman in a bar, man. What the hell is wrong with you?
I mean, you don't know how it all went down. You know how this kind of stuff happens. You don't know how it all went down. You know, I'm not even going to speculate on it. I'm not saying which side was right or which side was wrong. But, you know, sometimes in these situations, when you hear about stuff like this, it didn't go down nowhere near like how it's made out to be, especially by the media.
Yeah, but he hit a female though, bro. That's a no.
No, I know, but you don't know. Like was he falling down? Did he hit her by accident? You know, did she push him? You know, there's
a video out. There's a video out now. I didn't see the video yet, but after the show, I'm going to take a look at it and see what really happened there. But yeah, no, they released a video on this, dude. All these bars got cameras now, dude.
Oh, no doubt, definitely. I'm not saying that they don't, and I'm not saying that he didn't do it. Maybe he did. I'm not saying that he didn't or he did do it. I'm just saying that it seems to me it's just screwed up that, you know, for him that, you know, based on what happened with my man Famous Jameis last year, that he was going to get no type of tolerance.
Oh, they weren't having it. They were not having it whatsoever. So, hey, you know what? It is what it is. Now they got to, you know, figure out who they're going to put in there. I don't know who their backup is, but we'll have to take a look at it. And I'm pretty excited that we got some college football guys coming on, man. You said Rob Dog's coming on.
Got Rob Dog coming up in about a week and a half. I believe next Saturday he's going to be on with you and Dr. Dan to talk about the upcoming NCAA season. My man, yo, you know what I love is how did Diddy avoid his felony charges?
Did he really?
Yeah. Diddy got a DA president, and this is what I love because if I went out right now, right, and chased my kid's pee-wee football coach around with a kettlebell, okay? I probably would have got locked up, maybe shot, because you know I am a black man. But stop teasing with the cops. But I would have got locked up, and you know I would have got. This is, you know what? And that's one of the problems with our country and the law, man. And I know you guys know how money works, but like if you and I go do that, we get arrested and we get felony charges.
Oh yeah, we're hit.
There's no working it out. They don't want to talk to us or whatever. Diddy goes and does it. You know what I'm saying? Now he gives $1 million to a campaign. He gives $1 million to the school. He gives $1 million to whatever. And now no felony charges will be pressed. Gotcha. And it's all good.
Gotcha. My boy Doc is saying that that video was disturbing, actually, with the freshman quarterback there, DeAndre Jordan. So, DeAndre Johnson, my bad. So, hey.
Doc, how was the video with Tom Brady deflating the balls? Did you get an eyeball on that while you was looking, player?
Yeah, I wonder if there's a video surfaced around somewhere like that, you know. So, and you know what's crazy is that they'll have the video and then they'll hold it hostage or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Craziness. And you'll see it released on like one of them whacked out websites or whatever. All right, so as far as the MLB, the All-Stars have been voted upon. Let me just kind of read. I'm going to read something from a website here. So the rosters for the 2015 All-Star Game were officially announced during a pair of live broadcasts Sunday and Monday night. As a reminder, the starting position players are selected by the fans while the rest of the rosters are voted on by the players and selected by managers Bruce Bochy for the Giants and Ned Yost for the Royals. The All-Star rosters run 34 players deep, but only 33 players for each team were announced. All right, so All-Stars, we got, let's see. The Royals got 4, man. Salvador Perez, Miguel Cabrera for the Tigers, Jose Altuve for the Astros. That's my boy. Love that dude. Escobar for the Royals, Donaldson for the Blue Jays, Trout, Kane for the Royals, Gordon for the Royals, and Nelson Cruz for the Mariners.
How they let my boy A-Rod in? They played A-Rizzle, man.
He's having a... Dude, listen, you know what? I can't stand the Stanks, but A-Rod is having a dope year, man.
They play A-Rod. They know A-Rod. Listen, man, you know A-Rod belongs in there. They played him. I'm going to get him send him a little dose of something real quick.
Couple of notables that are reserves. You got Pujols, Prince Fielders, Mark Teixeira's as a reserve. Let's just see who else. Jose Bautista for the Blue Jays. Let's see the pitchers for the AL: Sonny Gray, Felix Hernandez, Chris Archer, David Price, Dallas Keuchel, Chris Sale, just to name a few. Wow, that's a hell of a lineup right there, brother. NL starters: we got Buster Posey, got Goldschmidt for the for the Diamondbacks, D. Gordon for the Marlins, Peralta for the Cardinals, Todd Frazier for the Reds, Bryce Harper, Matt Holliday for the Cards, and Stanton, obviously, as you know, he is injured for the Marlins, so he won't be playing. And their pitching lineup, the top ones we got here are Max Scherzer, Zach Greinke, Garrett Cole, Michael Wacha, Jacob deGrom, Shelby Miller, A.J. Burnett, and Madison Bumgarner. So your boy Kershaw, kid, I
just feel like the buzz, dude, you can say one thing about the Yankees and hating the Yankees, but the Yankees are kind of, they're the catalyst like a baseball. When the Yankees are winning and they got 4 or 5 all-stars on that team, it just promotes baseball so much more, because like this year, like there's the buzz for the All-Star game. If you love baseball, then obviously you love baseball. But for like the novice baseball guy, I remember years past when they had the All-Star game, and you were like kind of, even if you weren't a baseball fan, you kind of were like up for it because you had like, what I'm saying, Jason Giambi, Derek Jeter was involved, great Yankee players that are now gone. Mario Rivera was going to be in the pen. A couple of dope pitchers. Some of the big names in baseball in that whole, I don't know, but it feels like we passed almost a golden era of baseball. I know it's been stained or tainted by steroids, but like, dude, I remember I actually used to be kind of excited to watch a little bit of the All-Star game. You had guys like Bonds in there. Obviously these guys, are tainted by the steroids, but dude, it was a lot more buzz going on in baseball than I think is surrounding baseball right now.
Yeah, they're trying to make it come back. You know what I'm saying? You got what's his name, Harper, and all the magazines all doing all kinds of photo shoots and stuff like that. They're really trying to make this whole thing happen. But I kind of agree with you to a certain extent. It's almost kind of like the boxing feel, but not as
dude,
dead.
Yeah.
So I totally understand that. And I got I got the Patriots fans on here on Twitter breaking your balls about Peyton Ball.
What about Peyton Ball?
Just saying, once you made the comment about the deflate gate,
right?
We got to get talk on the show.
What, Peyton Ball deflated the balls?
Talk about they got duck videos out there, son.
Hey, that's because he's throwing a fully inflated football.
Oh, my God. That's funny, man. So, guys, we have a lot of baseball today, man. There are 17 games on the ticket. We're not going to be able to go through them all. We have a guest coming on in a couple of minutes to break down some tennis. You got Sermata actually calling right now, dude. Great timing.
Good.
Great timing. Let me get him in.
And my girl Sharapova is in the second set, ripping it up already. Won the first set 6-3. What's up, Sir Martha?
Gentlemen, how are y'all doing today?
Fantastic,
on,
man.
player?
How you been, dude?
I've been good. Long time no talk, boys.
I know,
No doubt, man. I'm so happy to get you on, especially now with the Wimbledon going on. I did take a money line parlay yesterday. I put it out. I took Sharapova and Serena to win their respective matches today, and Sharapova's already handling her business this morning. What's up, player? What you got going on?
And, just doing that the daily work grind and getting ready for my trip to Chicago on Sunday. Hopefully meet up with a few people from Twitter this weekend or next week, whenever. I'll be there for 2 weeks, so anybody in the area, just let me know.
Just be careful on who you meet up with, because there are some crazy ass what's on Twitter, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So far, I mean? It's just Yado and Hockey Immortal, so it should be pretty good.
Meet up at a public, like the mall.
Yeah, right.
No doubt. Yeah, the world is crazy nowadays, man.
Oh, definitely, man. But I know my boy Shy Picks is out there. Hockey Immortal, I have met personally. That's my boy, man.
Hockey Immortal is a good dude. Matter of fact, he hollered at me yesterday because he been kind of laying low, and he's an awesome dude. Crazy dude. I love him to death. Great personality. A lot of fun. You'll definitely enjoy your time with him.
Very nice. Looking forward to having some drinks with them, man. Then I'll make my way up to New York and get with y'all.
Oh, sweet,
that's
dude.
what's up.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you know what? You seem like a normal dude, so I got no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Likewise, gentlemen, likewise.
We get a lot of like bipolar people on here. We get some madness that comes our way.
David Banners. They start off like David Banner and then turn into the Hulk.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely, man. So, dude, what you got on the ticket here, man? We got a lot of tennis popping right now.
Whew, yeah, we do. I kind of went a little bit degen this morning. I took the over in the first set, on Pova and Coco Vandeweghe, which just missed it by the hook. I had 9.5. It finished up at 9. But I took Basinski and Muguruza over first set 9.5, and Serena and Azarenka over first set 9.5 also as some props. And then I have personally 6 plays out there, but I put it out there on Twitter last night, told everyone, look, if you can't afford to lose it, don't play it, just like Dream likes to quote. But right now we're sitting on Radwanska and Keys under 22. Got Tamea Basinski and Garbine Muguruza. I have over 21.5. I'm also taking Basinski money line in that match. Complete toss-ups today. I mean, you could argue both sides of the ball. So, do your homework. If you don't go with what I'm going, then fade me. My tennis has been very mediocre this year. I'm not even going to brag. I mean, we're barely above 500, but tennis is one of the hardest sports to cap in the world. So a little bit of defense there, but man, it sucks, dude. It's been a rough year for tennis.
Wow. So,
but, go ahead.
What do you have now as far as your predictions? Wimbledon. I'm thinking Serena Sharapova.
Well, they're going to meet up in the semifinals if they do make it through this next leg.
Okay.
Right now, I mean, yesterday I put a future in for Radwanska to win, and she has to make it through this next game against Keys today, which Keys is a power server. She's stepping her game up. But I try not to fall into all the hype around her. I mean, she had a couple good matches early on, and, her head got blown up, I feel. So, Radwanska, if Radwanska comes to play, then it should be no contest. That's why I'm riding with the under 22 on that one.
All right.
But, yeah, I mean, for the bottom...
So you're telling me Serena and Sharapova they can't meet in the final then, is what you're saying?
Right. They're going to meet up next round if they both make it through this round.
And who you liking?
Man, I'd have to go Serena. You can't go against the beast. Every time I seem to go against her, it always ends up not in my favor this year. Last year was lovely with Ivanovic going up against her, and this year Serena's just, taking everything. And she wants these championships. She definitely wants them.
How old is the Williams sisters? Seem like they've been playing tennis like forever.
They were the originators of the game. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that, but I'm just saying, though, I mean, at what, because at what, it seems like at this point, though, that they should be kind of falling off, no?
I agree with you. I would expect that, and in every other sport, you would see a drop. But, I mean, Serena's definitely defying all odds out there. I mean, she's 34 years old and, still playing like she's in her prime. She's moving around well. She's hitting the ball well.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So, all right, so we see you think maybe Serena's gonna win the Wimbledon then? I
would say yes.
Okay. Any idea?
Hands down, yes.
What's that future? Any idea about that future to pay? What's it pay? What's the odds? Any idea?
I think I saw last night it was floating around minus 120, and that's if you catch it before this match today. She does play Victoria Azarenka today, and Azarenka, I mean, she's a scrapper. So I see 3 sets in this one. I'm also riding on the over in this match, over 21.5. If Serena makes it through, I mean, she should just cruise to the finals at least. Pova hits the ball well, but, I mean, Serena's a beast. She has too much power, too much placement. She's moving around well, which you wouldn't expect. The only way I see her going down is like a leg injury or she ends up sick between here and Sunday.
Okay.
But,
that's probably a good play to start like a parlay off with, Dream.
Well, what I did is I already have I parlayed the games. I was thinking about just taking. Matter of fact, she's minus 310 to win it right now.
Is that today's match?
That's no, that's the Wimbledon. That's the whole thing.
Oh wow, damn. Yeah, they're expecting her to win it out then.
Unless I'm reading this wrong. It looks like she's minus 310 to win the whole thing. Yep.
Wow. Even still, I mean,
even still, it's not bad.
Put that with like the Dodgers tonight or something like that. I think you're in good shape.
Well, I'm not going to agree with that. I don't do baseball.
Why? Have you been looking at my numbers? Is that why? He's being like, oh, if Hatter's getting smoked like that, I'm staying away.
No, it's nothing against you, man. Every time I seem to tell people, it just goes wrong. So, I'm in a great group, the Summer Sandy crew, and they rip bases up all week. And I said this last year, when I was scaling Ray J. I would jump on his plays on a Tuesday, Wednesday. We'd go 2 and 4, and then the rest of the week he kills it. And I'm just in the background watching, like, I don't have any money. Of course it's going to win. Let me put some money on. Of course it loses.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Personally, I feel like the base is mush, so I retired. I'm done with baseball.
It depends on what you play. I mean, the game stuff has been pretty tough, and there's a lot of people out there that'll like go on a winning streak and then start posting that, and then the minute they start losing, they just kind of go away until they win again. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. Right. You got to be careful of that stuff. But I know a lot of people out there, man, are just having a real rough time, getting the baseball to work, man.
Oh, we're all waiting on NFL to come back. That's what it is.
Oh, we are waiting. Now, on the flip side, what you got going on as far as the men are concerned?
Oh, man, that's tough. Djokovic made it through his match today. I can see the men play tomorrow, by the way. I can see Andy Murray taking his match, most likely a 3-0 match there. So if you want to play that, take a step props or take the -7.5. I can see him covering that. He should walk past Victor or Pospisil, however you say his name. These guys get crazy. But Djokovic, Stanimal's moving around pretty good, and Andy Murray would be the 3. I mean, I want Federer to win it. I can't stand Djokovic. Every time he's up there, I was hoping he would have lost today. I would love to see Federer win another one before he retires from the game. Yeah. But I can't put my money there and trust that, he's up there with Serena in age, and trust that he comes and he's healthy and he doesn't get hurt and he's hitting the ball well. So, I mean, I could see Djokovic winning this one also. Okay. It sucks to say, man. It eats me up to say. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, man. I know that they've, some of these big names sometimes really blow up bankrolls, dude.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And funny you say that, and Dream's not going to go with me on this, but an article came out yesterday from AutoFade, sent me the article. It was about match fixing in tennis. It was a pretty good article. I could break it down for you guys real fast if you want me to, just give you the synopsis of it.
Sure.
All right, well, back in 2007, there was about 9 Russians that put millions of dollars on a match, and this guy was going up against the number 4 player in the world. The books caught on to it. They noticed, uneven patterns in betting, so they kept an eye on the match. The number 4 guy ended up retiring with a foot injury, so the books voided all the bets because of the betting patterns. So dudes didn't get to pay out anything like that, and another journalist commented on why players would fall and things like that, and he said that it was mainly because of the players' pay that they get per winnings. So if you're a top 10 player, of course you're going to make, close to 7 figures a year, things like that. But if you're outside the top 10 and you have great skill, there was comments that they would play for the gamblers and make more money than playing for the purse and just taking the purse home with them. So it was very, very interesting, and it was a unique perspective on tennis, and you see all these names fall in these big tournaments, and, one just has to sit there and think, well, what if this match was fixed? And I mean, it was nuts, man. It was a pretty good article. I'll send you guys a link after the show.
Yeah, if you could, we'll tweet that out to the audience so everybody can look into it a little bit deeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it makes sense with the expenses that you have traveling on tour for tennis can, clear 6 figures a year just to travel. Now you're talking, entry fees to get into the tournaments, which you would assume to be covered, different gear, which you would assume to be covered by endorsements, but between traveling and your coaches, you can push, $200,000, $250,000 a year to make that back playing. I mean, you'd have to win 3 or 4 tournaments, and that's even on the lower level. So, and I could see where the skepticism would come in if I had talent and shoot, this guy's going to give me, $100,000 to throw this one match. Yeah, why not? I'll go home.
Yeah, right. Gotcha. Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'd definitely like to take a look at that. Always looking to get some more information out there and see people spin on stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the article did say that besides Serena and Djokovic, no player this year has cleared 7 figures, with them 2 have made over $6 million this year already. So, the comparison alone is just like, wow. that opens your eyes up a little bit.
Gotcha. So, Sir Mata, where exactly? Who are you affiliated right now with? It's been a while since we spoke. Are you all free? All your plays? You know, what's your deal out there, brother?
Well, I'm still part of Team Alpha. There are players on Team Alpha that do charge. You know, you have a Game Changer out there who will work with anybody in any situation as far as his baseball goes. I mean, I know people with him that have lifetime memberships. So I'm still part of Team Alpha, but as far as charging, this year has been so mediocre that it's not right for me to go ahead and try to promote myself and book a lot of clients. Back in March, you know, I did have a couple that were riding with me, and, you know, we were up a little bit, down a little bit, got back up, got back down, got back up, and I was like, look, man, I'm not going to do this to you guys. The next major that comes, I'll give you all my plays for free, and we'll just ride out, see what happens. And, you know, it's been mediocre even then, so, you know, it's not worth it for me to go ahead and promote myself and try to charge people. So right now, everything's just free when I feel like posting, which is usually every day. Going into football, everything will be free. Soccer most likely will be free. So right now I'm free, man. But still part of Team Alpha, still part of the DDJC, which is with Yotto and Immortal and all those guys out there. Love those guys.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just riding out and, you know, playing it by ear. You know, if I feel like playing a match, then I'm going to play a match, and it's a lot easier for me to put a match out there knowing that, you know, I don't have clients guaranteeing that the money's going to be on it.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I'll tell you, you send me that stuff, and I try to read it on the air, and it's just like,
oh man,
some of them names, man. I'm like, they're worse than baseball names by far.
Yeah, I might have to get you the pronunciation guide for tennis players.
Yes, please do. So when you send out a play and I read it on the air, I don't sound like an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. I'll give you the breakdown behind it.
Cool deal, man. Real quick, who's your team in football? Are they going to do something with this year? What do you got?
Well, you know, I just picked up my Marcus Mariota jersey.
Oh.
My Tennessee Titans. If we can get over 5.5 wins this year, I think I'll be happy, but I'm not expecting a damn thing from them.
I know that they're like a substantial long shot. I want to say it was like 150 to 1 or 200 to 1, something like that to win the whole thing, which is obviously not going to happen. But, Dream, we got to hook them up with your boy B-Mac to talk about Tennessee.
No doubt. We'll get Mac in here, as I may go out there this year for training camp, because I got a couple of visits under my belt that I'm supposed to get out there to see him, and because I haven't been out there in a minute. And I may go out there though around camp time, so we may have to go do some work together, me and B-Mac together, as far as the scouting of the Titans are concerned.
Yes, let me know.
Nice.
I will.
Nice, cool deal. So,
let me know to fade them.
Sir Mata. So what we're going to do is we're going to get.
We were dead on last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
you guys were right on point. Yeah. Yeah. What was their record last year? They were terrible.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Win 2 games?
I think we were around 4-12 or something, but you know, it wasn't anything nothing to support. That's for damn sure.
Unbelievable.
B-Mac said they weren't going to win. I remember the interview. He said that they wouldn't win more than, I think he said 5 games, and it was dead on.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I remember that show because I came on like a week later, and I was giving y'all talking crap about Tennessee. But hey, y'all hit it right on, man. Freaking crazy.
Definitely, man. So, Sir Mata, you got anything to plug? Anybody to shout out before we get? Because we're going to be going into the baseball, and I know that you're not feeling it. So.
Oh yeah, that's not my forte, man. I got some floor plans I need to update here in the office anyway. But as far as what I'm plugging today, again, I have a big slate. Radwanska Keys under 22, Basinski Muguruza under 21, Basinski money line. I'm hoping that the Sharapova match will get over 21 for me. Then I also have Serena and Azarenka over 21, as well as first sets over 9.5 on 3 of those matches. For shout-outs, you know, you got to give a shout-out to Team Alpha. You got Arculina, you have Ray J, Alpha Bets, and Papa T. The DDJC, my boys, I love you guys. You got Mortal, Yotto, Jordan Kerr, Cam, Young Winner, and Hingle, the brother man. And then also shout out to Summer Shandy Crew and shout out SBTV, SBTVNation, Freaky Friday. Love you guys. Love what you guys are doing. Nothing but love, man.
All right,
thanks,
brother. Thank
you
so much.
What's his name says? Shy Pig says to check him out when you come to Chicago. He did tweet that, and he's a good dude. So if you get a chance or an opportunity, definitely get with him.
Yeah, no doubt. Y'all might see me on the Jumbotron at a White Sox game or something.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right, Sir Mata, thank you so much for calling in, man. Always a pleasure, and looking forward to a big football season.
Yes, sir, no doubt. I'm riding with you guys. Y'all enjoy the day, and I appreciate just the chance to get up here and rip it with you guys. Man.
Always, man. Always a pleasure. And thank you for calling on a clear line as well.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And it kind of was a
dope.
last minute hooking him up because we had to cancel, and I plugged him in, and it worked out great, and I appreciate that with you, player.
Oh, not a doubt, man. Anytime you guys need me up here, just let me know something, and I'll work it out.
All right.
Sounds good,
guys,
man.
Y'all
Take care.
Enjoy the day,
thank
man.
you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
right. Bye-bye.
The Tennessee Titans went 2-14 last season.
Oh, dude, B-Mac was right on the money there. He said not over 5. He said under 5 games.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
2-14.
Wow. Okay. All right, man. So hey, you know what? Once you guys do the scouting, if you go out there, let's figure out what their win-loss under/over is, and see if we can pound it again.
No doubt.
All right, dude. So all right, time to get into some baseball, man. I'm taking a look at this. Vegas girl sent me the video of the freshman quarterback for FSU punching the girl, man. Damn.
Yeah. She sent it to me as well. I retweeted it.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible, man. Unbelievable. Well, you know what? He just kind of threw his life away because, I mean, who's going to pick him up now?
Somebody's going to pick him up.
Somebody in need?
Yeah, somebody's going to come on, son. Somebody's going to pick him up.
That's a shame, though, man. You know what? They're probably he's probably going to have to do some anger management, some rehab, and the whole package.
Come on. He's going to put his suit on and talk about how he's upset, let down his players, let down himself, let down his family, feels bad about it, whatever. The only thing I am going to say, and I'm not defending him, I just want everybody, because I don't want to have no heat about this. It does look like she hits him first, though, no?
Yeah, she does. She does, okay. But that's still
no. I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, but she does hit him first. They are in a bar, so obviously people are drinking, alcohol's involved. So, I would expect that some of that is probably going to be part of the explanation as well.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's what I would just kind of, fall back. I've had some crazy women in my day, man. I've had women jump on the hood of my car. I've had women come at me with sticks right off a tree, like a switch, like AP. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, hey, you know what? You just got to kind of fall back and run away from those situations. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's get right into this, man. 17 games. We're not going to We're not going to have time to break down all these games, okay? But we will read through the pitching matchups, the opening lines, and stuff like that. The reason why there's 17 is because 2 of these teams have double headers. The first one, we have a couple during the day. We have St. Lucia at Chicago today. This is the first game of the 2-game set. St. Louis has Tyler Lyons. Chicago has Jake Arrieta. I do not have a total or a line yet. What you got there, brother?
I don't even have this particular one up. I got the second game up. They don't have the first game up for me. I got the game with Waka going, so I don't. If you have it, go ahead.
I don't even have Waka on my board here.
I've got Waka in the second game. Mine's listed as the 8 o'clock game, so this is like a mess right now.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, you got to look at that. I'm going to sportsbetterstv.com and see if I can get any of these lines here. So just give me a second, guys, while I'm trying to pull this up, and we'll go from there. But
yeah, I got the 8 o'clock, which is Waka Hamill, which is what I have for 8 o'clock. But I don't have the first game.
I have the first game with Chicago. I don't have a total yet, obviously, because of Wrigley Field wind. But we got Chicago minus 137.
Okay.
Right now, so they are favored in this matchup. Remember what the Queen said about the double headers.
No doubt.
They usually split. So I think you got a couple of situations here that you might want to get involved in, maybe. The next one, we have Tampa Bay at K-Sizzle. K-Sizzle minus 138 with an under-over of 7.5.
If St. Louis wins the first game, I'm not on that.
Yeah, right. Hey, same thing if if K-Sizzle wins the first game, because this Tampa Bay team, man, you know what? Oh God, I can't stand them, dude. I really can't stand them.
That's how I feel about, honestly, that's where I'm at with the Padres now, to be honest with you, brother.
Yeah, and they were talking about it last night on MLB Tonight about the San Diego Padres just not being good, and is it time to to start buying or selling? And they were saying, some of the guys were saying, hey, maybe we start selling, which is pretty sad. I mean, they really tried to make that team an elite team over the before the season started. So I mean, it's kind of crazy that they're in this predicament. Go for Tampa Bay at Kansas City. What do you got there? I think this is the one with Matt Moore and Chris Young.
All right. I'm looking this one up as well. And you know what? I don't have it. I got the second game. They don't have the first game.
All right. Taking a look at this, I mean, Kansas City, Chris Young has a 6-4 record with a 2.86 ERA, where Matt Moore has no decisions but a 7.71 ERA. All right, so here's my feeling on this. If K-Sizzle can kind of get all over this guy, dude, the Tampa Bay Rays, outside of the one game where they beat the Yankees, I want to say 9-1. Was it 9-1 or 8-1? I'm taking a look at it real quick. 8-1. Dude, their bats are just absolutely dreadful. I say this all the time, and it actually no hit going into like 3 different games, like into the 5th inning and into the 8th inning, like last week. I just don't like this team. However, they are decent on the road. Do you have their road record? Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay's road record is 22-14, player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Shy Picks was alluding to that fact yesterday. He actually hit me up on a DM and was talking about Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I got that too.
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City here on the first game. I know it's a day game, and they were kind of waiting to play last night. It got postponed and all that, but I'm looking at them. I will get back to you guys on it, but that's something I'm taking a look at. If you look at Kansas City, I mean, they have not been that great, dude. 2-5 in the last 7. They beat me up a little bit, man, but they are 10-3 straight up in the last 13 when playing Tampa Bay, so you got to keep that in the back of your brain. The next one here I think is going to be a really good series. We got the Oakland A's coming into the New York Yankees. Oakland has their ace, Mr. Sonny Gray. New York has Nathan Eovaldi. Oakland minus 115 with an under-over of 8 runs. What do you got?
All right, that's the Yankee A's game, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, that's the 7 o'clock game?
7:05 start.
I got Kazmir and Sabathia.
Really?
Hold on, dude. Let me see something.
That's tomorrow, player.
Is my thing screwed up? Yeah, that is tomorrow. My bad. All right.
I got
Hold
it right
on.
here.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
There we go. Sonny Gray and Eovaldi. I'm sorry. I do have it. The Oakland Athletics are 20-21 on the road. Sonny Gray is 9-3 with a 2.09 ERA. Sorry about that, guys. I was moving around trying to see if I could, any way, shape, or form, find the 2 1 o'clock games that we just previously mentioned, but I couldn't. We got the Yankees coming in. The Yankees are at home. They're 23-15 at home. Eovaldi is 8-2 with a 4.52 ERA. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem, man. No problem. It's all good. That's why we got beats in the background, player.
No doubt. But I like to try to be on point.
Yes, definitely. Total's going under in 5 of the last 6 Oakland games and 5 of the last 7 Yankees games. Trying to take a look at what Sonny Gray's going to do. I mean, he's been lights out. And he is, if I'm looking at this correctly, he is the 6th. He's ranked 6th in the in all in the Major League Baseball with a 2.09 ERA. So I don't know, man. I think the Yankees are going to have a little bit of a hard time hitting him. You might want to take a look at like a first 5 under or something like that. But the Yanks, I mean, they do have the potential, with that older lineup that they have to hit the ball. You saw what Dallas Keuchel did to him, though. You know what I'm saying? When they face, some of these aces or whatever. New York is 1-5 straight up in the last 6 games when playing Oakland. I just don't recommend that you take anything here, guys. If you're actually betting the Yanks this year, you are down $146 if you're a $100 player betting all 82 games. Oakland is 9 games under 500. I think Oakland will turn it around in the second half of the year, but I don't know, man. I'm not doing it. I'm just not taking that game. The next one we have is, dude, this is going to be a dope pitching matchup, man. We got Cincinnati at Washington. Cincinnati actually won last night, man.
I know.
3-2.
Kid Picks was all over Cincinnati yesterday. I give him big ups for that particular game. I believe that was one of his free pick. as well.
Okay, I know that they were only a plus 110. So when you look at stuff like that, when you have a superior team that's only given like light juice like that, it makes you kind of scratch your head a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you would think that the Nasties would be like minus 140, minus 150. You know what I me?
Well, I just got finished with you telling me how the Nasties were going to win the World Series.
They are going to win the World Series.
You know what I mean? I thought they would just blow the Reds right out of the water yesterday.
Son, the Nasties are the best team, period. There ain't nobody beating them. But you know what? I'd be very, very surprised if they lose. I'll tell you right now. I really will. But let's just take a look real quick. So Johnny Cueto is going against Max Scherzer. Washington minus 150 with an under-over of 6 runs. And this is the kind of spread that I was looking at. Not spread. This is the kind of money line odds that I was alluding to that I thought last night should have been. But what you got here, bro?
We got Scherzer on the mounds, 9-6 with a 1.82 ERA. The Nationals are 25-15 at home. The Cincinnati Reds are 15-26 on the road. Your boy Cueto is 5-5 with a 2.84 ERA. Ooh, the ERAs are making me wanna.
Oh, I know what you want to do. No score first inning. No score first inning. Let's see. Scherzer is number 2 in the league as far as ERA is concerned. Let me see where Cueto is. Cueto is, where are you, brother? Number 18. You got an under over of 6 here, dude. So your no score first inning is probably going to be like a minus 175.
Probably.
Yeah. So
as yesterday's with Sale and Burley was 140.
So it was 140 with an under-over of 7.5. So that's definitely going to be a minus 175. So just be careful with that because, Cueto he's really good, and he's been good as of late, but he has the potential to give up early runs. So just keep that in the back of your Such a boring series, man. I'm just going to read the line and the pictures and keep it moving. San Diego has Tyson Ross.
Hey, hold on a second.
Yep.
That under over that 6 number for that National Reds game, you like that or you don't like that?
I don't like the total.
You don't think it's going to go over, right?
I was thinking that in the beginning when I looked at this, but the Cincinnati Bats, man, they just don't scare you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 3.96 runs a game. I mean, it's kind of middle of the road. I think Scherzer has a pretty good game here. Cincinnati's 3-7 in the last 10, and the total's gone under in 6 of the last 8 games when these two teams have played each other. So, and it's gone under in 6 of the last 7 Washington games at home as well. So, I don't know. I mean, 6 runs is 6 runs. Like I always say, dude, 1 big inning, you're right in it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of game that'll be 1-0 going into the 5th, and you're pissed off. So going to the next one here, San Diego Pittsburgh. Just how many games does Pittsburgh win? Like 1-0, 2-1. There's just, dude, it's just all defense and pitching. It's just not a lot of fun watching them. I got to be honest with you. Pittsburgh minus 150 with an under-over of 6.5 runs. Just tell me the pitchers' ERAs and records there.
Mr. Ross is 5-7 for the Padres. He's got a 3.63 ERA. The Padres are 21-24 on the road. Laureano is going for the Pirates. He is 5-6 with a 2.99 ERA, and the Pirates are 27-15 at home. And actually, we'll get to it later.
All right,
I can't really. I hate being involved with this Padres team.
I know a lot of people are on this Pittsburgh bandwagon thinking that they're an incredible team and they're going to make a lot of noise and blah blah blah. I just don't see it. I really don't. I can't wait until they play somebody good. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can't say the Tigers are good. They just, like I said, they pissed all over the Tigers, but I want them to play like St. Lucia come. I know it's going to be coming up. I know they're in the same division, so you got a lot of games that are going to be coming up against each other. But I want to see them play like the Dodgers, the Nasties. Then we'll get a better idea. Houston, Cleveland.
48-34, dog.
I know they're 14 games over 500. I get it.
So that's pretty good.
I know. It's just a lot of stomachache games, dude. You know what I mean? And anybody that's a run linebacker for the Pittsburgh Pirates, I know firsthand that you're getting killed. Let's see. Houston, Cleveland. Houston, Vincent Velasquez. Cleveland has Corey Kluber. Cleveland minus 175 with an under-over of 7. I love that Kluber's this much, this heavily favored against the Astros when the Astros are number 1 home run hitting team in the league. And Kluber his record is not all that. What do you got?
Dude, I was dying to take the Astros in this series as they were plus 175 in this series. I was dying to take it. I even tweeted it out. It was killing me. They got a couple of injuries, and the pitching matchups weren't favorable over the next 2 days. But they already clobbered last night. And obviously, if they get tonight, they got it already. And it was a great plus money series. But I didn't go for it. I fell off of it. So Velasquez is going for the Astros. He's no decisions with a 4.21 ERA. The Astros are 21-20 on the road. Kluber's going for the Indians. He's 15. The Indians are 15-24 at home. The Indians are dreadful at home, which is another reason why I like the Astros in that series. Kluber is 3-9 with a 3.64 ERA.
All right, got you. Guys, I fell off of Twitter for a little bit. I apologize about that, but Marlon is saying the Nasties Reds, no score first inning. He's feeling that. Let's see. Buster Carr sent me the video,
believe it or not,
too.
It's better. Believe it or not, the Pirates Padres is better.
You think so, huh?
Oh yeah, I do.
All right. Let's see. My boy, the king of spreads, the brother man, is on here. What's up, buddy? He's saying score first inning. The Phillies have an over 6.24 ERA allowing runs. All right. Hey, we'll take a look at that. Sir Mata came on and ripped it, man. Thank you so much for coming on, brother, as well. Thank you again. All right. So let's see. So Houston, Cleveland, man. I don't know. You know what? That's a tough one. I mean, when you see Cleveland that heavily favored over the Houston Astros, 9 times out of 10, those heavy favorites, you know, when they have no business giving those kind of odds, it's almost like the Red Sox. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So Cleveland might be the play here, to be honest with you, but I am not recommending that, nor am I considering playing it.
Don't do it.
Miami, Boston. Boston, man, we keep talking about it, man. They got a little bit of swagger to them, and I think that they feel that they could do anything at this point, especially with the pitching getting a little bit better. Miami has Dan Herron on the mound. Boston has Wade Miley. Boston minus 150 with an under-over of 9 runs.
And the Red Sox are 19-21 at home. Miley is 8-7 with a 4.53 ERA. You got the Marlins, who are 14-26 on the road. Herron is 6-5 with a 3.45 ERA as well.
All right. So, is there some value in the Red Sox right now? I know the Miami Marlins have been awfully pesky, but what is Miami's away record again?
Miami's away record is dreadful. 14-26 player.
14-26.
But Boston's not that great at home, as they're 19-21. And I do know I have been doing the eye test with the memory. Boston, for some reason, seems to play better on the road than they do at home. This game, honestly, is probably a leave it alone. If this game even gets played, because the weather's going to be crazy out here, especially come 7 o'clock tonight. There's all kinds of thunderstorms and stuff in the forecast.
All right, you've been getting a lot of overs to work if you've been betting these teams, guys. 4 of the last 6 Miami games have gone over, and 4 of the last 5 Boston games have gone over. Boston 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games, and they're 5-0 straight up when they're playing Miami in the last 5. So I don't know, man. You know what? I think Boston for a series play might be the move, brother.
I don't like this game.
You don't like it,
this
huh?
matchup. It's too much money to take Boston. Oh, the series play?
The series play. Take a look at it.
Maybe. You got to look at the pitching lineup. I got to look at your pitching lineup.
Yeah.
But Red Sox have had my eye, but I don't know their pitching as well as some of the other teams, so I would have to take a better look into that.
Tomorrow is Kohler for Miami and Rick Porcello for Boston, and Porcello's
been on point?
Nah, not really. It's
okay.
been pretty bad. So I don't know, but I don't know. We'll get back to you.
I don't like it for some reason. I'm not. It's not tickling my fancy.
Here are the 2 teams that I think are just a pain in the ass for anybody that play, and now they're playing each other in an interleague matchup here. You got Arizona Diamondbacks playing the Texas Rangers. How even are these teams, man? Both teams can hit the ball. Both teams are, just under 500. I think they're like mirror images of each other. I really do, man. Arizona is 40-42, and Texas 41-42, man. What do you got pitchers here?
Ray is off 2-4 for the Diamondbacks. He's got a 2.55 ERA. Gallardo is 7-6 for the Rangers. He's got a 2.56 ERA as well. The Rangers are 15-22 at home. The Diamondbacks are 18-21 on the road.
All right. So just taking a look at these two teams, I mean, the Texas Rangers have just finished getting pounded by the LA Angels. I think let me just take a look at the game log here. It was just absolutely nuts what happened to them. They lost 12-6, 13-0, and 8-2. 33 runs they gave up in 3 games, and they scored 8, bro. That is just crazy, huh? The LA Angels, I think they're a problem. I really do. So, we'll take a look and see what it is. I know a lot of people are not giving the Astros any credit, and they do not think they're going to win the AL West. So, like I said,
I think that's mostly you.
No, man, even some of the analysts and stuff like that are saying, yeah, you know what, so far so good. Your boy is saying that the Astros are playing. I don't know if I'm going to give them if I'm going to let them win, but I don't know. I'm not going to get on that island yet. I think that Astro team is still quite formidable. And if they make if they can get a trade and they get a real, if they get another pitcher in there, like has been discussed, they could be a problem. They got to get Johnny Cueto, kid.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who, but I mean, if they get somebody of quality, they could be an issue.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is one of the most even matchups that I've seen yet. These teams are literally mirror images of each other as far as runs for, runs against. I mean, it's like right on the money. Although, if you're betting the Texas Rangers $100 a game, you are up almost $1,300 on the year. Taking a look at this, the total's gone over in 6 of the last 9 Arizona games and 4 of the last 6 Texas games. But it's not by Texas doing it, it's by them letting up all the runs. So Texas 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games at home. Anybody that bets this game and calls it the right way, I give you a ton of credit, man. So that's a coin flip to me. The second part of the doubleheader with St. Louis and Chicago. St. Louis has Tim Cooney. Chicago has Dallas Beeler, and I don't have a line on this one yet. What you got?
We got Cooney's going. He's got no decisions with a 5.40 ERA. The Cardinals, as you guys know, are 23-17 on the road. The Cubs, Beeler's getting his first start. Cubs are 22-17 at home. I got no numbers for him. I guess it's his first start.
All right. Big ups to my man Benjamin Rowe. Him and I have been going back and forth quite a bit lately. He's saying he's on Baltimore today. The lineup and bullpen are just flat out better. Minnesota will fall back eventually. I hear you on the Twins. Let's just take a look here. We'll get into that game in a few minutes. We got Toronto, Chicago. Let's see, 1, 2. Oh, dude, there's so many here. Let me just skip. I'm going to read over all of these. All right, but at the end of the day, we'll just talk about the ones that are of interest.
Relative.
Yeah, Toronto, Chicago. Toronto, Felix Dubron. Sounds like a French guy. We got Chicago White Sox, Jose Quintana. Toronto minus 120 with an under-over of 8 runs. What do you got?
We got the Blue Jays are 17-24 on the road. Dubron is got no decisions with a 3.86 ERA. Quintana is 4-7 with a 3.81 ERA for the White Sox, who are 21-16 at home.
All right, I'm just gonna skip over that, guys. I mean, at some point you got to expect the Toronto bats just to outscore the Chicago White Sox. You know what I mean? Because obviously Chris Sale was on the mound yesterday, so that's what you had there. Tampa Bay and Kansas City, again, second part of the doubleheader. Tampa Bay, Matt Andriese, K-Sizzle, Edison Volquez, and I don't have a line on this yet either.
I've got KC minus 120. The under and over is at 7.5. Volquez is 8-4 for Kansas City with a 3.48 ERA. My man Andres for Tampa Bay is 3-2 with a 3.24 ERA as well.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to break this game down for my boy Benjamin Rowe. Baltimore at Minnesota. Baltimore, Kevin Gossman. Minnesota has Kyle Gibson. Baltimore minus 120 with an under-over of 8 runs.
Gossman is 1-0 with a 3.09 ERA. The Baltimore Orioles are 17-24 on the road. All right, they don't play that well on the road, so keep that in mind, Ben. Gibson is 6-6 with a 3.04 ERA. The Twins are 26-15 at home. Twins are pretty good when they're home. I'm not in love with this game, but maybe you guys are, so go ahead.
Nasty game, in my opinion. But you know what? Yeah. I think that, he's right, though. Baltimore they do explode at times. I mean, they can put up a lot of runs. However, the under's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games, surprisingly, and 5 of the last 6 Minnesota games as well. As you guys know, Minnesota beat them 4-2 yesterday. Baltimore's superior in pretty much most statistical categories on my smart chart here, but I'm looking at this game. I don't know, man. You know what, Ben? You and I will go back and forth later on because you and I talk a lot. So we'll figure this game out. Baltimore being favored, I get it. I totally understand that line. And you might be onto something there. Atlanta, Milwaukee, I'm not even going to talk about that. All right, Milwaukee Brewers, after winning 8 straight games, lost yesterday, their first game. But they're 9-1 in their last 10. So be on the lookout for the Milwaukee Brewers. Don't be betting against them. L.A. Angels at Colorado Rockies. L.A. Andrew.
That was the game that you ripped me about it going over, and it landed right on the number. Remember, I liked Laos and the Braves. I liked it to go under. I liked it to stay under at 8.
Oh yeah, it was a 5-3 game at the end.
Yeah, it
stayed on 8 runs for 3 innings, dude. It was you had all those runs in the 6th innings.
That's the magic of me making a call that I like the under.
Well, it was a push, so you can't really you have no claim to fame there.
No claim to fame other than you ripped it there's no way, it's impossible, and then it stayed under. It stayed on a number.
Let me ask you something.
They should have scored 30 runs.
Well, let me ask you something, dude. In the 6th inning, how were you feeling about it? Oh, thank God for my boy.
I was not.
4 more games here, guys. L.A. Angels at Colorado. L.A. Angels, Andrew Heaney. Colorado, Chad Bettis. L.A. minus 130 with an under-over of 11 runs, Kay.
Haynes is 1-0 with a 1.38 ERA. The Angels are 19-20 on the road. The Rockies are 17-22 at home. Bettis is 4-3 with a 3.67 ERA as well.
This is a perfect game, guys. Anybody that's doing run lines out there, and we're going to get into that a little bit more as the show goes on. Not today, but, we don't have time today, but we'll be talking about it. I've implemented it into my system with futures, which we'll talk about. But anyway, the LA Angels here, like I said, man, 33 runs in 3 games. You can't look away from that, guys. And they're going into Coors Field playing Colorado. I expect Colorado to get a game here. But don't be this might be a hell of a series play for you, Dream. It probably pays dope, too. Just saying.
And taking who? The Angels?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
Colorado's really bad.
You're probably right here.
What's their home record?
Colorado's 17-22 at home.
Exactly. And L.A. on the road?
19-20.
Losing record on the road.
Yeah. No, you're probably right, though. This probably series might work. I don't know if I'm going to be on it. I got a couple other things in my radar right now, but I'll take a look at it.
All right. Sounds good, man. So a couple of more on the ticket here. Let's see. Detroit, Seattle. Detroit laid it the smacketh down on them last night, man. My God. And Seattle was heavily favored in that game. So the line was not right there. Detroit, Kyle Ryan. Seattle has Tawan Walker. Seattle minus 190.
I know.
Wow. What do you got?
Walker's 7-6 with a 4.34 ERA. Mariners are 17-24 at home. Tigers are 20-17.
This line, dude. Seattle has no business giving minus 190, especially to a team that's 2 games over 500, man.
Agreed.
Seattle scores 3.41 runs a game, dude. You know what? I don't know, man. You know what? Maybe you get, dude. With that kind of here's something positive, man. Maybe you get Detroit plus 1.5. It probably pays even money, dude. With the line being that steep.
Right.
Something to take a look at. Couple of more here. Let's see. Philadelphia at the LA Dodgers. How about the Phillies being a pain in the ass last night to the Dodgers, huh?
They were a pain in the ass, but they still lost. They still managed to lose that game. Billingsley's on the mound for the Phillies. He's 0-2 with a 7.71 ERA going home to Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is 29-15 at home. Anderson's on the mound. He's 5-4 with a 3.00 ERA. The Dodgers are giving like 278 minus, and the over and under is like 7.5.
That's your speed.
Yeah, no,
so.
not tonight.
Guess some. Come on. Taking a look at this, I don't see how the Dodgers lose, but when you get Philadelphia that's kind of getting in there, I've noticed this about the Phillies, man. When they're getting in their groove and scoring a lot of runs, they continue to do that for a few games. So don't be surprised if you see some fireworks tonight with 7.5 runs. You might want to consider getting that down to 7 and taking it over. Just saying.
All right.
The next one here, I mean, I'm not recommending it, guys. Do your own homework. Do your own stuff there. But last night, what was there, 16 runs scored?
Yeah.
All right. So, and the final game we have on the ticket is New York Mets at the San Francisco Giants.
No fireworks in this game.
Yeah, right. I did plug the under yesterday, by the way. The New York Mets and San Francisco Giants. New York Mets, Bartolo Colon. San Fran, Matt Cain. San Fran minus 130 with an under-over of 7 runs.
You got Matt Cain on the mound. He's 0-1 with a 9.00 ERA. The Giants are 21-21 at home. Cologne is 9-6 for the Mets. He's at a 4.55 ERA. The Mets are 14-27 on the road. Oh, what a nasty matchup.
Kid, how about the San Francisco Giants, dude? In their last 17 games at home, 5-12.
I know.
Oh, God.
I never could understand them. You know how I feel about them. Glad I didn't get involved with them with a series play yesterday, even though I still think they'll probably figure out a way to beat the Mets in this series, but I don't know how. Ugly game, dude. Ugly matchup.
The Mets are 6-3 in the last 9 games when playing at San Francisco. It's almost like they can't score runs at home. You know, they're averaging about 3 runs a game at home, and they're in the last. Let's just see. Hold on one second. I think they're losers of 7 straight games, bro. Mm-hmm. At some point, the bleeding's got to stop. But they're a streaky team, man. They're the most streaky team I've seen in, like, multiple years, dude. So, I don't know. I may take a shot with them again. I just don't know about this pitcher, man. He's got no numbers with a 9 ERA. No decisions. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And
Bartolo Colon, you know him. I mean, he's halfway decent. You know, although as of late he has not been. So I remember he was like 8-3, and now he's 9-6. So I think he's 1-3 straight up in his last four starts. So I don't know. I'll get back to you. I think it's just tough for me to back Matt Cain here with the San Francisco Giants. You know, with an 0-1 with a 9 ERA, especially with the fact that he's not going to get the run support here today. But you never know. You know, that's the game where you say that, and then San Fran comes out and scores 10 runs. So who the hell knows? So. All right, Dream. So we broke it down. Show went a little over today. That's because we had a stellar guest on, man. But, hey, it's always nice to break it up a little bit and have some tennis talk and, everything else on the board.
No doubt.
All right, man. So what you got, man? Are you looking at anything today or what?
Right now, the only thing I got on target is going to be I like the Washington Nationals today to bounce back even against Mr. Cueto. I think the Nationals get the Reds today. I'm looking at that right now. I'm also looking at the no-score first inning, and that would be in the Pirates game. I like the no-score first inning in the Pirates-Padres game. There's also 2 other slight leans for no-score first innings, and I slightly like the Red National no-score first inning as well. I don't think I'm going to play that. Don't really like to go against the Nationals. Nationals or the Reds. You know, certain teams seem to be a pain in the neck when it comes to no-score first innings, and Nationals and Reds, both of them, have been a little bit of a nuisance for me, so I may stay away from that game, as I know somebody already pointed out that they like that as well. The other matchup that fits into the repertoire is Diamondbacks Rangers. I may stay away from that as well. Right now, the only thing I'm really loving though is the Pirates Padres, but I will put out the final information on Twitter a little bit later. You know, it's usually around 6 o'clock, 6:30, so you guys can take a look at that then.
All right, just going back to this game with Cleveland and Houston. The last time Corey Kluber went against the Houston Astros, he pitched, give me 1 second, guys, versus the Houston Astros. It was this year. It was back in April, 7 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 7 strikeouts, and he lost the game. So
Don't bet against the Astros, player.
I know, and especially with minus 175 juice, my God. So, all right, guys, taking a look at this here. I mean, obviously, the Dodgers minus 280. That's a hell of a lot of juice. Even if you did a like a minus 1.5, you're still going to be like minus 175 there, which is just crazy. So, I'm looking at this, man. I don't see anything I love. I'm considering possibly taking the Red Sox. I'm looking at them, and I'm looking at, let's see. I think I agree with you with Washington bouncing back with Scherzer on the mound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like, dude, he's the bomb. So
I know.
And as far as that San Diego Pittsburgh, you might be able to get no score first 5 innings.
I know.
Got to see if there's a prop on that. But all right, guys. So who do you got to shout out, brother?
Hey, I just want to shout out everybody that is retweeting the show this morning that got involved. Big ups to my man, obviously Sir Mata. Sir Mata coming on, giving us the tennis work and his outlook on that. That's a big help. And we do have some more. We do have other guests lined up that's coming on later on this week as well. So you guys stay tuned. We got a pretty good, decent lineup coming out. Coming on in the future as far as guys coming on. As far as the retweets are concerned, let's get into it. We got my man Jonesy out there, James Harrelson, the Canadian Capper, Jordy's Best, Big Money G, Winning Picks, Joseph Del Rosario, Eddie E, C. Rodriguez Jr., Kian VU, Irvin is out there, Tip Talker, Frank Vinculato, Super Sports Locks, Stoopy Bets, Vegas Girl 92661, Tyrone Reed, Face Kicker, Marlins, Clownman Swag, Getting to a Check, Get a Vegas Bookie, Direct Sports Solution, my man JC's out there, P for Prez, Holiday, Shy Picks, Postal Pig, Smokey, Boston Boy, Tanaka, Sport Shark, Moneyline Hunter, Sir Mata, Soccer's Finest, Yip at 82, my boy Christos, Emerson, Docs out there, good morning to you, player. Mario Martinez, always good to see you on board and being involved in the retweet. Ciroc King J is out there as well. My man Kermit the Frog, big ups to you. Big ups to my boy Dank. My man OJFB, big ups to you as well. Papa Smirk, I see you out there too. We got some people, as I said, coming on in the future, guys, so stay tuned. We are going to get Mr. Esperanza on the show at some point to talk a little women's basketball. Kind of moving around into a couple little bit of sports just to keep you guys in your interest. Big ups to my man Rick Lopez as well. World Sports Picks is out there doing their thing as well. Guys, as always, I am the dream. Always remember who you're with and make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, I'm looking forward to a great week, man. Tomorrow's already hump day. Who do you got coming on tomorrow?
Tomorrow, we do have Mr. Cotton on
Mr. Cotton's coming on. All right, cool deal. And it's Hatter's Track of the Week tomorrow as well, guys. Looking forward to Friday as well. Freaky Friday. You got Vegas Girl coming on to be the judge.
Yes, we do.
Awesome, man. It's always nice having a female judge on there, especially when she tore it up last week. So big ups to her. Guys, we love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. Make all your dreams a reality and get that money. Take care.
Peace.